Shanghai, a city of 26 million, where futuristic towers scrape the sky and echoes of history linger amid colonial facades. It's the world's busiest port and a global financial center, a metropolis rebuilt in a generation. The dazzling skyline you see, almost all of it rose in just 30 years. Yet the story of Shanghai doesn't begin with glass and steel. To truly appreciate this extraordinary rise, we must travel back in time to the humble origins of the city once known as the Pearl of the Orient. This is the tale of Shanghai's dramatic transformation. Before Shanghai, there was Hudu, a marshy delta where the Huangpu River meets the Yangtze. For centuries, fishing communities lived by the tides, sustained by the river's gifts. During the Song dynasty around 1000 AD, this was nothing more than a small fishing outpost. The name Shanghai, meaning upon the sea, first appeared in the 11th century. By the 13th century Yuan dynasty, Shanghai gained official status as a town. Cotton growing and textiles added to its economy, but the city remained modest in scale, overshadowed by Suzhou and Hangzhou. In the 16th century, during the Ming dynasty, Shanghai became a county seat and fortified itself with defensive walls. Trade trickled in, yet Shanghai stayed a minor port. Its destiny as a world city seemed distant, until forces from beyond China's shores arrived. In the 1840s, British ambitions collided with Chinese resistance, igniting the First Opium War. The 1842 Treaty of Nanking forced China to open 5 ports, and Shanghai's future changed overnight. Foreign nations established settlements along the Huangpu. The British arrived first in 1843, Americans in 1848, and the French in 1849. These extraterritorial enclaves where Chinese law did not apply became mini city-states. The international settlement was formed from the British and American zones, while the French kept their own concession. These foreign areas brought dramatic change. Western buildings rose along the waterside, what would become the famed Bund. The 1920s and 30s saw Shanghai crowned Paris of the East, a bursting metropolis of finance, culture, and contradictions. The Shanghai Stock Exchange buzzed, luxury cars filled roads, and Art Deco towers defined the skyline. The city's nightlife was legendary. Jazz clubs, dance halls, and neon-lit theaters abounded. International banks and commerce flourished, while writers and revolutionaries sowed new ideas. Yet beneath the glitter, much darkness lurked. While foreigners and elites indulged in luxury, millions struggled in poverty. Child labor and opium addiction devastated many lives. Gangsters like the Green Gang, led by Du Yusheng, ruled the underworld. Shanghai was a city of extremes, fabulous riches beside deep misery, modernity side by side with old suffering, a dynamic that could not last. The city's golden era crashed in 1937 as Japanese forces invaded. The Battle of Shanghai was brutal, leaving much of the city under occupation. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, the last foreign settlement fell. Wartime Shanghai endured deprivation and violence. After Japan's defeat in 1945, civil war quickly erupted between nationalists and communists, with Shanghai as the ultimate prize. In 1949, communist forces entered a battered city. The People's Republic of China was born, and Shanghai's cosmopolitan chapter snapped shut. Foreigners left, businesses were nationalized, the exchanges closed. The city faded, bypassed by new government priorities, its worldliness and energy stifled by 3 decades of central control. From 1949 to 1978, Shanghai slept. Despite its legacy and industry, the city became just another node in the communist machine. Its vast industrial output funded national development, but Shanghai itself received little investment. Streets and buildings aged, infrastructure stagnated, and cramped apartments replaced the villas of old. The Cultural Revolution erased remaining vestiges of the city's foreign and bourgeois past. Life was regimented, work units, ration supplies, conformity. Still, Shanghaiers quietly remembered their commercial roots, waiting for a new dawn. That dawn arrived with Deng Xiaoping. In 1978, China launched reform and opening up. Initial growth focused on southern cities like Shenzhen, while Shanghai waited, its wealth still siphoned to fund others' prosperity. Only in 1990 did central authorities finally greenlight Shanghai's rise, proposing Pudong, a muddy expanse opposite the Bund, as China's next great district. Skeptics laughed, Pudong lacked even basic infrastructure. But with tax breaks, infrastructure capital, and new business policies, construction began. Bridges and tunnels sprouted, laying the groundwork for a financial center to rival the world's best. What followed was unmatched, a city transformed in the blink of an eye. By the late 1990s, up to 20% of the world's construction cranes worked in Shanghai. Pudong's skyline surged upward. The Oriental Pearl Tower opened in 1994. Jinmao Tower followed in 1999. The bottle opener Shanghai World Financial Center appeared in 2008. In 2015, the Shanghai Tower soared to 632 meters, China's tallest and the world's second. The whole city modernized. The metro system expanded from 3 lines in 1995 to the largest in the world, over 800 kilometers today. The maglev train set world speed records. Historic Bund buildings were lovingly restored, and Longtang neighborhoods gained protected status. International brands returned. The stock exchange reopened. Shanghai's population swelled to 26 million, its universities drew global talent, and the 2010 World Expo welcomed 73 million visitors. Shanghai had reclaimed global attention, but breakneck growth came at a price. Whole communities were razed for redevelopment, uprooting history and longtime residents. Industrial growth brought pollution, air, water, and noise. Soaring property prices locked out many, including the migrants who powered the boom. Shanghai wrestled with its identity. Could it be global and authentically Chinese? Could it reconcile heritage and ambition? Recent years brought a shift. New parks, stricter pollution controls, and a greater focus on sustainability and heritage preservation. The push now is toward a more livable, balanced city. Today, Shanghai is China's showcase, an economic giant, innovation hub, and global trendsetter. Its GDP rivals many nations. Its stock exchange ranks among the world's largest corporations, investors, and talent worldwide flock here. The city hosts international events, fashion weeks, and high-profile summits. Shanghai leads in tech. AI, biotech, green energy startups flourish in shiny new districts. Research centers and innovation parks constantly push boundaries. Culturally, Shanghai is vibrant once more. Museums, symphonies, fashion, food spanning street eats to Michelin stars, and a unique local identity that celebrates both openness and Chinese-ness. Over 200,000 foreign nationals live here, but it's Shanghai's people who set the tone, welcoming the world on their own terms. The next chapter, ambitions to be a global science and innovation hub by 2030 with carbon neutrality pushing infrastructure, connectivity, and smart city initiatives. Shanghai's model, massive investment, government market coordination, and rapid urbanization influences cities worldwide. Whether admired or debated, Shanghai demonstrates what determined, centralized urban planning can achieve. From humble origins to treaty port, from cosmopolitan interwar capital to communist stronghold. From stagnation to meteoric rebirth, Shanghai's story is one of unceasing change, with its boldest chapters written in our own time. The city proves that reinvention is possible, that history's constraints can be broken with vision and resolve. Skyscrapers that didn't exist a generation ago now symbolize modern China and its future. Yet Shanghai's transformation remains ongoing. Each era brings its own tests: sustainability, identity, balancing progress with memory. What animates Shanghai isn't just statistics, it's momentum. Here, street vendors serve dumplings beside luxury malls, Art Deco rubs shoulders with high-rise steel, generations gather to imagine what comes next. Shanghai's dramatic evolution offers the world both inspiration and caution. Centralized ambition can move mountains, but every leap has a cost. Thank you for joining this journey through the making of the Pearl of the Orient. What city should we explore next? Share your thoughts, subscribe for more urban odysseys, and remember, today's cities hold tomorrow's legends. Until next time, keep uncovering the stories behind the skylines.